Dr. Steve Scheibel with John Washburn. John Washburn was the superintendent of Brighton schools and was our patient and was one of the first people in Rochester to come out and identify as a person living with AIDS. He gave it a face. And that was around 1987, 88. I heard from one of John's students just recently who talked about how in 1988 when he came out, one of the first people that he talked to was John Washburn. So John was a great mentor, educator, good friend. But the other thing about this photo is it speaks to the connection between patients and physicians. Because if you look at the expression and the body language, it tells the whole story of that era. Memento, a reminder of two good friends and what they meant to me. I mean, Scheibel was what I was his mentor, and he was my student. After a while, things flipped, and he became my mentor because that was one very smart guy who really understood HIV from the community level right down to what was going on under the microscope. And we were very good friends for a very long time, and I really miss him. The Washburn story is, I had never met anybody quite like John Washburn. We met very early during my coming out, had a brief but memorable fling, and remained good friends throughout his life. And I learned a lot from John. He was a smart guy, and I had never seen a man in drag before I met John. And one night after one of his dinners with guests, dressed up, and I still have some of the costumes. So they were good days, difficult days, but things that happened during those days are things that I'll carry with me all the rest of my days.